works. Is my hair okay?
Yeah. What did you get?
Oh, girl.
Hold on,
okay,
we can talk about this.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead, Maxim.
No, you're rolling.
Oh, okay. Maxim is so done with us, right? Hi, Pooja.
Hi, Zubi.
Happy New Year, Kutti Gang. What's up?
Happy New Year, guys. So good to
What's-
see you. We both look so
Thank you.
festive.
I know. I don't know.
Where did you get that?
Okay, I got this from a thrift shop in.
I can tell. Because it looks like it's not from this like era.
No,
you know
of
what I'm
course
saying?
not. There's shoulder pads still in it.
Okay.
And I'm usually the type of person who would like accidentally buy something with shoulder pads and like completely rip it off. But I feel like this has survived like decades, and it would be disrespectful at this point to take the shoulder pads off. Like I feel like hopefully in like 10, 20 years down the line, somebody buys this at the L Train vintage store. After I've given it back into the Brooklyn pool.
Totally, because like 90s was obviously in for so long.
Yeah,
basically for the last 10 years, I feel like 90s has kind of like been a thing.
Yeah.
But
because
in 10
like
years
from was great for fashion.
It was. But like I feel like in 20 years from now, we'll be doing like 80s, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like 90s was so great for fashion, but we didn't get to really experience it because we were still wearing like Oshkosh Bagosh.
I was literally just thinking Oshkosh Bagosh. Oh my God, because we were so young and wearing
we were
Oshkosh
children.
Bagosh.
We couldn't really like, you know, participate.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh, one of my.
But now I am. Well, this is not 90s. I feel like this is 80s. This feels very. But I will say this. I put it on and I literally felt like such a bad bitch. Like,
yes.
Like I'm not even like wearing this ironically. I'm like I look fucking.
You look like you should be in Living Single.
Yes. I love that show. That's such a good show. That's such a good reference. And yeah, that this is something that they would wear. That I feel like Queen Latifah would rock.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's giving Queen Latifah. Yes. And I love that.
Or Max on an off day or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all such great characters. It's such a good show.
And the hoops and everything, it really brings it together.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nice. This is Kutti Gang.
Kutti Gang.
This is us, Kuttis, Pooja, and
Zubi.
And we are
hanging
out. We are friends and a comedy duo.
Colleagues.
We are colleagues.
Yeah.
We've been doing our live show for 5 years. If you're new to us, welcome.
Yeah, we have.
And now this is kind of our first foray into the podcast / like long form thing
Internet
where we're
life.
hanging out.
Yeah.
But I think this will be fun because I feel like we get so many comments from people who look like us or think like us or whatever. But they're just like in like, you know, Yakima, Washington. And they're like, can you perform here? And we're like, no, we live in New York. But I'm hoping this is an opportunity for us to like hang out and connect with people who are from all over.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Yeah. We're going to be having guests on sometimes, other Kuttis that we love.
Yes. And let us know if you have any, you know, suggestions for guests and
yes.
Or any topics that you want us to hit even.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. I know like the brown diaspora has been talking online. So we can delve deeper into other topics, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the chai tea crowd is done. we're done there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you're saying like it's like we've discoursed enough a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
I think it's time for us to just like hang out.
Yes, exactly. Which is what our ancestors would have wanted.
Totally. Aramse.
Yes.
Keep it chill. Why are we all yelling at each other in the comments section?
Yo, for real though.
Annoying. But yeah, anyway, welcome to Kutti Gang.
Yeah, welcome guys. Well, I'm really excited to get us started for the new year. I know new year, new me. Right? Are we doing that? Are we doing some resolutions this year, or what's going on?
I don't think that I'm doing like resolutions, but I am committed to being different. I am committed to changing every single thing about myself.
I love that.
It's kind of where I'm at right now. I haven't
no resolutions, but I want all of this to change.
Yeah, you kind of nailed it. Exactly. I definitely want a lot to change in my life. But I haven't quite been like, I need to do this many comedy shows or I need to write this much material. I haven't quite like figured that out yet, like the mechanics of it, which I really should be. People have been asking, people in my life, the stakeholders of my life, aka Scott, my manager. My mom too, but that doesn't really count. Your mom's always asking you what you're doing.
I do think that like in situations of like creativity and stuff like that, like to be like, oh, how many new jokes did you write today or whatever, like it doesn't really do much, you know. Like it's important to, you know, work and get that you know, muscle activated and stuff like that, but it like I feel like creative brains just don't have that like list like life, you know, where it's like I gotta knock out this much, I gotta do this much and blah blah blah, which like I mean, it's not to say that those people aren't successful, they definitely are, but it's also like it's difficult to like I feel like you just shouldn't be beholden to that, you know.
I think I get what you're saying, because like I agree. I never do well when I'm like, today I'm going to write 14 jokes.
Right. Because
like,
you just feel bad about it when you don't do it, you know?
But I do think that we should, as creatives, be kind of pushing ourselves to be like, today or every day I'm going to write for 25 minutes.
Right. It's reframing it. Instead of saying 14 jokes, I'm going to write for 25 minutes. Yes, exactly. It's like, it's a totally different scale and totally different thing when you allow yourself a little more grace.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. Well, I've been giving myself so much grace that I don't know. My cup is really runneth over on the grace. I think
like enough grace.
Enough grace. It's time. I need someone to crack the whip. You know, I'm cracking the whip on myself this year. Things are changing. Okay. And I think this is so much like I was in like lockdown brain for so long and just cozy at home. And I think this happens when you're in a relationship too, where you're like, why would I go out there? It's nice in here.
Yeah.
Whereas
absolutely.
I started comedy from a place of, I've been going on dates. They were all going so badly. And I was like, if I'm going to be out in these streets and like taking trains and planes going places, I might as well just be doing it for myself, you know, not like to go on a mediocre first date.
Yes.
So that is like what motivated me to even start comedy in the first place. And I had this like real fire under my ass. To be out. Like, because I don't think people really get this, is that like, if you are like out there hustling and doing shows, you are like, you know, maybe 3 shows a night and you're doing one in the city, one in Astoria, a QED, doing one at Union Hall or something. It's just like,
which even today, that's hard to do now. Like, I don't know why, like back before the pandemic, like things like that was fine. Like I could do like 2 open mics and then still go to a show and like make it to another person's show where I'm not even on it. I just want to go support or whatever. I don't have that energy anymore. Like I just don't like, also like the trains don't work as fast anymore. I feel like I don't know.
I think we're just like older, frankly. Like I really think that's what it is.
I feel like now like the like Gen Z got it. Y'all can do that.
Because they're doing it.
They're
if I see another TikTok that's like a day in the life of, I'm like, oh Lord, no. But I like wish I had been doing the day in the life back then. I was like, dang, I really was doing a lot. But I don't know. I think it's like an energy thing.
Definitely, yeah. I definitely want to be like home more.
Yeah.
Paying all this rent.
I know.
I want to switch my lights on and off a little bit.
Oh my God. Oh gosh, yes. Zubi, are you gonna set any New Year's resolutions?
I feel the same way you do. Like it's kind of like it's like I also haven't had New Year's resolutions for a while now.
Yeah.
I think it's just, trying to like better myself and put myself in, better positions and things like that. Kind of like be kinder to myself, but not in a destructive way. Like I need to find new ways to reward myself. Like,
girl, I literally had a hard day yesterday and I bought a cookie, which it felt like such a stereotypical thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm really buying into the narrative right now.
But it's like so hard because it's like, what else am I supposed to do? Like the world is in shambles. Like, I'm gonna fucking eat this cookie if it's the last thing I do for myself.
Exactly. Yes. I think we need to stop being in the mindset that something is gonna be the last thing I do for myself.
But it's really hard to do that given everything that's going on and stuff. But I do think that I have changed my mindset of just being like I have to be a successful comedian or I have to be a writer on a show or something like that, where I'm like, this world is so temporary. I don't need to do shit. I don't need to fucking be successful in any. All I need to do is show up for my people and be of service to the people that I can be of service to, and and be there for my friends and family. And that to me is what this world is for now. Something has shifted inside of me where I'm like, I don't care where my comedy career goes anymore. I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm not going to put that same pressure on myself or compare myself to others and be like, well, I'm not at this place. I'm like, it doesn't matter anymore. Like none of this fucking matters. It can be taken from us at any given moment. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, and every time that we're doing that we are, putting that pressure on ourselves and seeing that like we're not in a place that we want to be. And it's the same thing for like that list thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like we're in a, we're kind of like, just badgering ourselves and putting ourselves in like a negative place. Like every time we do that, that's when we do need to go buy a cookie, right? Because what else is there? That's like literally capitalism winning all the time. Where I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna fucking do what I want. I'm gonna be happy doing the shows that I'm doing. If I bomb, I bomb. If I do well, I do well. And if somebody sees it, they see it. If they don't, fuck off. Like I don't need it. I don't need the validation from the people who are ultimately gonna be my oppressors. Like I don't give a fuck. So that's my thing for the New Year's.
Okay. I love that. Can I challenge you though?
Yeah.
Or I just ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Because when I hear you say that, to me, I don't want you to, because I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I definitely can understand that is a conclusion that people can come to because things are bad. Vibes are bad. And it's really hard to live in a world where we just see like relentless destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. I like that you said that you're only going to do, like you're going to do what you're going to do and what comes of it is going to come of it. But like you're going to like stay true to yourself and your values and your intentions. I think my fear is that you would get to a place where you'd be like, does this even matter at all? And you wouldn't like do comedy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you're so funny. And
thank you.
I feel like, sure, if we look at anything, we could say, what's the point in doing anything, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, no, we need you to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear from other people. I want to hear your stuff.
Thank
and I think the
you.
world does benefit a lot from your stuff. And as long as I'm okay. You don't need me to say okay or not or whatever, but like, I just want to make sure that you are not going too far down the path of what does anything matter anyway. Because I completely get why. I don't think
you're gonna make me cry. But I totally I get that. I mean, I at no point in current life do I see myself, quitting comedy or quitting doing what I'm doing, because obviously I love you. I love my community. I love the people that I do get the chance to work with. And I do love performing. It literally like makes me feel so alive. Like, and making connections with strangers is so much more worthwhile when you're doing it live on stage. And even like the behind the scenes stuff of like making, literally like we became friends over an open mic, like so like
it's like where the magic happens. It's like truly in the trenches.
So I mean, I don't see myself quitting anytime soon. I don't want to say, I don't want to phrase it like that. But if there was a time that came in my life where I'm like, I need to quit and I need to do it for myself, I wouldn't fight it, I feel like, you know. But thank you for saying that. Like it really does, it does mean a lot to me that like, I have the support that I have. And I know that I have that support with people like you and in my community and stuff. So it like that, you guys are the reason why I won't just like pack it up,
Totally.
No, I definitely need this. I definitely will not, I'm just saying like I will continue working and continue writing and bettering myself and doing it. But I don't think my intentions behind it will be as harsh as like, oh, I've got to get a manager. I've got to get representation. I've got to get this. I've got to get that. Like it won't be like that. It'll just be, I'm writing this. I'm writing a feature because I want to have it out there.
Okay.
And it's not any detriment if it doesn't get picked up or anything like that. What matters is that I wrote it.
Which is huge. And like, also just a big creative release too. Okay, good.
I love you.
I'm glad that we talked about that because it's like, I know that you get so much out of comedy, and it's like, I don't want you to be like, what is it all for? So I'm not going to do it at all. And because that would just be such a waste. Not a waste, I guess, but such a loss. I think
I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that.
Of course. I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm just saying
to you
what
though.
I feel. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's like for me this year. I want to kind of similarly. I think maybe like lower the expectations or maybe get rid of some of the more tangible goals, like get into this writer's room or do this or do that or headline this one place, and it be more about like just getting back in love with the hustle of it all. And just like, because it is so fascinating and it's incredible.
Like, it's challenging, but also like just what you said, fascinating. It's just it puts life into so much perspective when you are like hustling in the way that you are, like, I think that part of the reason once we get older that we stop hustling so much is because we're not making those genuine connections anymore, where we're just like, that's why like I don't like, I try, like I remember being younger and seeing that like the older comedians would just dip right after their set and things like that, and I'd be like, oh, I wish they would like hang out and stuff. But it's like, no, they have like their people, they want to go hang out with their friends now, like, and that's fair. Like I like now being an older comedian, like I see that and I feel that I'm like, I have like the people that I want, like no shade to the new
Anyone's,
people
like,
and like
new,
that. Like
yeah,
I
or
do,
young,
yeah.
yeah.
I do still love them and care for them and will create space for them. But also it's tiring. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah, totally.
Some shows start at 10 and I was like, excuse me?
Oh no, I can't be doing that. I can't come to Bushwick at 10 p.m. You're not a Peruvian DJ and this is not 2018. Okay. I stopped doing that a while back.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back into the joke writing,
Yes.
the doing the open mics, which, you know, feel crazy to do sometimes because you're like, what is this even for?
Oh yeah, I recently like bombed at an open mic and I was like, I think I'm done here.
Yeah, totally. An open mic will actually be the thing that makes you want to end
But
doing comedy.
like at the same
but-
time, like I have this year has kind of like made me not love, but made me like relish in the bomb, you know, where I'm like this like earlier in my career, if I was feeling like I was bombing, I would just like cut my time and be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But now I'm like,
or like yell at the audience. That was like a Zubi
I'm
move
still doing
2018.
Sometimes they deserve to. I don't yell anymore. I'm just like, you guys are whack, and that's fine. That's on you, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue talking.
Good.
But yeah, I think like now it's more of just like I have things that I need to say. I not need to say, like that's putting way too much importance on fart jokes. But but I have things that, you know, I'm working on, you know, and like
Yeah.
once you get into that like nervous stage because nobody's laughing at the good shit, you're like, well, I guess I got to bring out the hits instead of working on my new jokes and stuff like that I need to see like if I can even say these words properly, because it is kind of just like putting your lips to practice.
Yes.
Times.
Oh my God. It is so much more physical than I think people think it is. Like,
Yeah.
I think, like delivering jokes and performing is very physical.
Mhm.
And yeah, that is why I go to an open mic. It's less about knowing if a punchline will land, more about, can I say all of these words in the same breath, you know, or like, you know,
In
I've
the
written
same
something.
cadence and
Yeah,
stuff.
like,
Yeah, dude.
can I memorize this one thing that's sort of hard to say? Like,
Right.
yeah.
That one Inception joke where like,
Oh yeah,
it took so much practice getting all of that whole phrase down, to like, because I remember when I would try it out early, like when I first wrote it, I would try it out on stage and like I would forget like that whole line, like because it goes so fast too, because I have to keep that cadence, like act like a man, you know.
Yeah.
So it was so difficult before, but now I like can just like roll it off my tongue because I've gotten the practice on that joke.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
love that. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I've been writing so much more recently and now I'm excited to like, you know, get back on there, get back on stage.
I love that. Well, I mean, we talked about it a little earlier. Do we want to talk about like the inception of Kutti Gang? Speaking of inception.
Yes.
How we got started, how we met.
Yeah.
Because we talked about like meeting at an open mic, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So you want to tell it?
Oh, sure.
Or
Well,
do you want me to tell it?
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Now you're getting shy.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I do that all the time. And Scott's always like, stop acting shy. And it's so embarrassing when he does that. He's like, no, literally. It's so wild. Okay. Yeah, so we have been doing Kutti Gang for 5 years.
Yeah.
We met in the trenches at an open mic, okay?
At the Creek in the Cave in Queens. Imagine going to Queens
R.I.P.
for an open mic.
I was taking like the A to the G. Like I was taking like 2 to 3 trains just to go to one open mic to where I could say a joke for 3 minutes. You know, we'd have 3 minutes of time on stage.
And I remember this was when I was living with my parents too. So this is like the other end of Queens. And I've had like, I don't even know how I would get home. I'd take the 7 to a bus and then the A train. Bro, this was...
And your parents didn't even know you were doing comedy at the time.
I don't know what I was telling them.
That was those times were really interesting.
Was I in grad school at that? I think I was. I was like working and in grad school.
Yeah,
and
that too.
Yeah. It was a wild time. So we did meet at this open mic where our first guest of Kutti Gang is actually one of the hosts of Sup.
Yeah, we met at the Sup mic, which was really iconic.
Yeah, and I remember they had this mic every Tuesday night at like 8 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah, something.
And it was in this bar basement of a bar in Queens called Creek in the Cave, RIP. And I remember like I was on the open mic. I had gone up earlier, but didn't want to go home just yet. And Pooja was late, actually, right? You were late, and you were like in the late bucket. So the way that an open mic works is that like they have like a set number of people that had signed up with like they dropped their name in the bucket and stuff. Those people got like 4 minutes. And then the late people got 2 minutes. And Pooja was on the late bucket, and luckily she got to go up. And I remember her walking in, and I was like, "Oh my God, another brown girl!" And I'm like, I'm gonna wait for her set. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna watch her go up. And literally in 2 minutes, you served such a great joke, and I still remember it to this day.
Aww.
You know, and that's why I like talked to you. I was like, this bitch is so funny. If you can get a joke, if you get a whole room to laugh in under 2 minutes, like that's amazing. Like set up, punchline, perfect. And I remember it was like a joke about like coding on MySpace.
Oh my God, yes. I need to do that joke again.
It's such a good joke.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I know.
I think about that joke like all the time.
Oh my God, thank you. Well, yeah, the feeling is extremely mutual. Scott and I both like quote your jokes a lot of the times to each other, which is also funny. You're the third in our relationship.
Oh, I love you guys.
Oh, that's really sweet. I mean, I felt similarly every time I saw you perform. I was like, holy shit, she's incredible.
What's the fit? What's the occasion?
The fit is you know, I'm going to a anniversary dinner tonight for my bae and I.
Cute.
We're doing like
Happy
anniversary. Thank you so much. And we're going to this jazz and burlesque show after.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I know. And I was like, all right, so I mean,
Did
I
Scott plan this? Or?
I planned it.
Oh, okay.
I planned it.
You were delivering it like he planned all of it.
Oh my God. Can you imagine though? It's like, well, I mean, I guess it's not that abnormal, but it is sort of funny for a woman to be like, and my boyfriend planned a burlesque show. And you're like, and I love it. And I'm totally fine. No, I planned it because I thought it would be like an interesting, like a cool experience at this it's like at this like Chinese restaurant / music club.
Okay, and they have burlesque there.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They do. Like they have this very specific night where they do like forbidden songs. So I think it's like kind of more risky songs and like 1940s era Chinese jazz and then burlesque.
Chinese jazz.
I think so. I think that's the vibe.
What's I've never heard of Chinese jazz.
Well, I'm not going to do an impersonation, obviously.
Yeah, don't.
Can you imagine if I started trying to sing it?
I feel like doing an impersonation of jazz, period, is going to be difficult. Like, what are you going to be, like the sax?
I almost tried to do it again and I was like, stop. Literally stop. No one is asking for this. It's a rhetorical question.
That's so interesting.
Thanks. Yeah, so doing that and then, you know, I was just thinking about this on the way over here because I'm wearing a full glam outfit because like 364 days of the year, I'm typically like wearing a nightie when I'm at home.
Yeah.
And I was thinking this, like, it's really not a dig on the nightie, to be honest. What it is like, because when I'm in my nightie, I do feel pretty. I feel at my prettiest when I'm in my nightie.
Yeah. 90s are fucking sexy.
Yes. like
let's be fucking real. Like, there's billions of people in India for a reason.
The 90 didn't didn't stop them. 90 did not stop anything from happening.
90,
Easier access.
exactly.
Exactly.
It gave more to it. Like it's the reason why our population is so big.
Yes, exactly. So I will say, I think that I'm beautiful, what is
No
it?
matter what.
No, well, sorry, I was trying to do the Drake, hair, like what is it? This like
hair tied. Oh wait,
yeah, like
sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on.
Yeah. I think
that's when you're the prettiest girl.
Yes, it's like I think I'm my prettiest when I'm like 90 on sweatpants or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not a rapper. I can't. I'm clearly not musical right
Neither
now.
is Drake. So.
No.
I've always wanted to say that.
Jeez.
I'll take any chance to take a dig at Drake.
Go off. Do you know that one time that I touched
If you
Drake?
tell me he like saved you from a fire or something.
No, kind of quite the opposite, but it was an interesting moment. Have I ever told you the story where I like touched Drake?
No.
Okay, so in college, I went to University of Kentucky, and he came to Lexington to perform a show. And he was also sort of like really big into the basketball team because he loves to pick a winning basketball team, and we were really winning at the time.
The Toronto Raptors.
Yes, exactly. So he came to Kentucky quite a bit actually when I was in college. He would like come to like the games like randomly.
Okay. And was this when he was? Oh yeah, he became Drake when we started college, I feel like. Right?
Yeah. He was like at that point, like what's the album where he's like it's like a black album and he's like leaning over.
He's like he has like a drink in his hand.
Like or something like that.
Isn't that his first album?
I don't know. It's something. It's hold on. Let me just
Sorry to Miss You or something like that.
Oh my god. No. That is like if you're reading this, it's something. It's too late. If you're reading this, I've already cried over you.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay, no, sorry.
I know Views.
I think it's like Marvin's Room.
Marvin's Room is a single though, isn't it?
Okay, just kidding. Oh, More Life. No, not even. Take Care.
Yes.
Take Care. Aubrey
I don't know why
Graham.
I said sorry if I missed it.
Yeah, Take Care. Okay. So Take Care, and then Nothing Was the Same, and Thank Me Later. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So yes, we were in college around the time of Take Care. My friends and I went to this bar, and it was not supposed to be like the Drake after party or anything like that. But we just thought it would be a fun place to go. It was this like really bougie club situation, and then all of a sudden, I see these models walk in, and it's like literally, I'm like, these girls are not from Kentucky. Like they've been flued in to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like women who are wearing the most like interesting, insane outfits, hair incredible. It was wild. So all of a sudden, like because I was at the bathroom, which was by the elevator door. This was like a penthouse, like club situation.
Yeah.
So I was just seeing people come out of the elevator one after one after one. So it's like 10 models. Then Waka Flocka Flame comes off. That was crazy because he was big at that time.
Yeah.
I would be listening to Waka Flocka's music before my biology tests.
Yeah, I love Waka Flocka.
So good.
This was like pre-vegan Waka Flocka.
Yes.
Right?
No, this is like
Waka Flocka.
Yeah, like literal like. Yeah.
Girl, the way you moving. Is that him?
I think so. Yeah.
No hands is him.
No
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. But this was like hard in the paint, like just all of that.
Yeah.
So I see Waka Flocka come in. That was really cool. Then Drake walks in.
Oh.
And I'm like, Drake. And truly, I was so like shocked that he was there. I was like, Drake. And I put my hand on his chest like that. And then his security guard was behind him. And it's literally a hallway, right? So it's like he can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And there's people in front of him that are like holding up the line to walk to the VIP. So I'm just like, Drake. His security who's behind him like karate chops my arm and says, move back, bitch. And I was like, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I got karate chopped by Drake's bodyguard.
That's crazy.
In like 2013 or something like that.
Oh my god.
I know.
Wow.
Wild times. I also remember that I had like lab for like a chemistry class or something, and like sometimes college classes were late at night, like 6 to 8 or something like that. And I remember I went to the chemistry class in my outfit for the concert, so I was wearing like a bandage skirt with like a bandeau and like sheer top and like the tall boots, just like devastating. So yes, I had one chance encounter with Drake.
Wow. He didn't even say anything, do anything. He didn't like.
We made eye contact. He was just like, and it was so quick. The whole thing was so quick. Okay. It was crazy. He was like, he was popping, I have to say.
Yeah, no, he had a lot of hits. I mean, I can like shit on him all I want, but like,
for sure,
it's never going to diminish like the success he's had. And like, I still rock to his music, like, of course.
Totally. Yeah. His latest stuff, we haven't been keeping up. We have not been keeping up, but yeah.
That's also just age. Like,
same. Oh my God. So true. My Spotify Wrapped this year was like, you listened to the same shit you listened to last year. And I was like, sick.
At least I'm consistent.
Exactly. Oh my God. I know. I guess it's also because I'm in this phase of life too, where it's like, I'm not like out there dating and, trading playlists with guys, and you feel like you need to, it's like a little bit of a pressure you put on yourself to be like, oh, I want to like make this like playlist for them.
I'm so cool.
Like I'm just like
I'm in on the new music and stuff like that.
Yes, like oh, have you heard this new song? It's like literally Scott walks in the room and I'm like listening to an Ariana Grande album from 2017. Like I'm like, this is my truest self, okay?
That is her best album.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man.
I've never had like any celebrity encounter like that before.
I'm surprised because you grew up in New York.
Yeah, I've seen like Fred Armisen in the street. And you're gonna be like, Fred.
Yeah. Oh my God. I do love that. I mean, kind of more on brand for the comedy thing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But I also feel like I just like was never really looking.
Yeah.
And
that's
like,
a true New Yorker.
Yeah. I was like, I'm like, okay, Harry Connick Jr. I don't even know what that man looks like.
Harry Connick Jr. Interesting. Him and Hugh Jackman look similar to me.
Yeah.
They agree. Could be the same person as far as I'm concerned. Greatest Showman fans, stand down.
I had a roommate who would work out to the Greatest Showman.
Oh,
soundtrack.
Lord. That's main character energy.
And they would have it on speaker, on their like speaker. Yeah. And I'll just be like, all right, man, going for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like next stop, off Broadway. off Broadway.
Oh, there they go. They're working out again. Ow, let's go getting these gains to fucking, what are the songs in Greatest Showman?
This is the greatest show.
This is the greatest show.
Yeah. Man. Wow, I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, I have to ask, since last time I saw you, you have bangs. So, kind of huge development in our friendship that we haven't acknowledged.
This is what happens when you leave the country.
Yeah, it's so true. So true. I'm gone a month and she gets bangs.
Leave me to my own devices. Like, for
she
real.
got bangs so quick.
Look at this.
It's giving Selena in the best way.
Okay, no, when I first did the bangs and I did it for Halloween, they looked good.
Yes.
For when I like would blow dry them out and it would be like, yes, Selena vibes.
Yes.
But then I don't know what got into me. It started growing, like it started growing out. So I was like, oh, let me like just chop it a little more.
Okay.
And then this is what I'm left with now.
Okay. Oh, so you were like, oh, I'm going to go full Zooey Deschanel and give myself.
Yeah, but I don't have enough forehead for it.
Yeah. Oh my God. And that's so interesting that you decided to go for bangs when you are not a forehead challenged person. Because typically it's the people who are like, I've got a whole runway up here. I need to
hide some of my secrets.
There's a Boeing could fit up here. I want a private jet, forehead.
Yeah, man. I don't know what I was going through. What I wanted was curtain bangs.
Oh, yeah, those look great on you.
Yeah, but I don't have the skills for curtain bangs.
Okay, but
I was
look,
looking at a
like,
YouTube video.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't think even like I think you can even like fake curtain bang. Like I don't even have curtain bangs, but I've sort of like did a
Yeah.
little curl
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
I feel like if you just let it grow out.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I have to.
Yeah.
I have no choice.
Oh my god. Well, what if you did like the kind of like white girl goth or not white?
My
or
hair
like,
doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Because I also have like this section of my hair on my right side that it kind of like has its own personality.
Yes,
So,
yes.
like it will immediately go to the side and kind of just like rock out there. So I can't even like bring it to the front and be like, you're part of this band. Like get in there, you know? I try so hard and it's like, no,
it's doing its own thing.
Yeah.
It's cool to see where we are 5 years later.
Yeah.
And like how we've evolved. And I think so much of this podcast too is like for us to talk to our community like of peers who are like trying to do the same thing.
So successful in different levels and all of that, and they still are so great, you know? So yeah. Definitely excited for more of this.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So stay tuned for more episodes.
Bye.
Bye.